The game is like you versus Homer on Roblox. I was waiting for a brand new anime TV show April 2026 called I Made Friends with the Second Prettiest Girl in my class and Illumination movies like the Super Mario Galaxy movie. When I hide this in the closet or basement, then they will all come back after all. Before, the only thing the game called is you versus Homer, and I was right. Maybe I should hide this entire time. Consequently, because I want to go on my video on YouTube like more games about Jammerlammy and Parappa the Rapper. I wonder if I had it all again. Maybe I should wait for April 2026 after all. I get the feeling people join me in Roblox on Discord. Well, I must be fine for everything. You know what happened to me again? Seriously, I feel like it was a lot of games on Roblox after all. I'm gonna wait for intermission. I must think about all those games in Roblox. About these games, but it would be good if I had it for the first time, so instead I think I must do it. I think we're at the map on mode to wait for him like the game for all of them. I don't know if I had one, since only I came in the game somehow. About the game for the only way to the best time, and I want it all when I want it, so by the way go as it is to hide before he sees us. Maybe it could be possible if that would do it, but it was mad, so I did all of it for today. I spelled bitches can't hide to this day. I was learning about the $2 to spend the night costume to wear in home. It was so messed up I can't do that, but I wasn't sure people are going to the shop for all of it to make the only thing it can't be was so much bad to escape a little while. On the contrary, I was on the game to hide to escape, since I own this place to be sure again.
Yeah, hey guys, do I got a leaky bum? Come on, look at the stools.
I
Is there a
possess
leaky
a
bum?
distinct
Somebody check the
uncertainty
rear. I know I got a
regarding
leaky
whether
bum.
my external appearance aligns with the aforementioned description. However, the only course of action incumbent upon me, assuming the veracity of the present circumstances, is to embark upon a circuitous route with the express intention of concealing myself from view. Given my inexplicable arrival in this locale via the medium of that interactive digital entertainment, I am compelled to undertake a diligent search for a means of returning to the present day, navigating through the temporal labyrinth with unwavering resolve.
Come on, look at the stools. Is there a leaky bum?
Therefore,
Somebody check
it
the rear.
is
I know
my
I got a leaky bum.
aforementioned presumption, based on a confluence of prior observations and internalized sentiments, that I harbor a deep and abiding affection, verging perhaps on the ineffable, for the individual or entity designated by the appellation Hatsune Miku. Furthermore, In the hypothetical eventuality that your collective countenances should betray an aspect of anomaly, or perhaps project an air of unconventionality, precipitated presumably by the exigencies of pre-event arrangements or the demands of occupational commitments incumbent upon your esteemed persons, it is my desire to emphatically state, for the purposes of unequivocal clarity and unambiguous understanding, that I, the undersigned, am presently and irrevocably situated at your immediate disposal, prepared to proffer any and all forms of assistance, succor, or tangible support that may lie within the purview of my capabilities and resources. It remains shrouded in the perplexing mists of uncertainty whether I shall deign to undertake the meticulous examination of any pecuniary funds currently at my disposal. The acquisition of cognitive processes resonant with the enigmatic essence embodied within the appellation of Hatsune Miku is a pedagogical imperative to which I must dedicate my intellectual energies. However, I must emphatically declare that engaging in a particular course of action is beyond the pale, as the aforementioned path finds itself in harmonious alignment with the prevailing standards of acceptability. I find that acceptable. I'm afraid I have to make sure to kill the Homer to become a saw this time, because I no longer look like an idiot. However, I'm an ugly person. However, it doesn't seem to be good. My face would no longer be weird, god damn it. So it comes to be a most illogical game I've ever played in Roblox, so I love Hatsune Miku. I don't know if it should be me also. All I have to do is wait for intermission. I think I have a challenge to compete the game in Roblox after all, so instead of the game called You vs. Homer, I would like to go on it for the rest of the day. Maybe this must be me because I'm not smirking. I think I have a famous challenge to finish the game that could be me. I wanna go ahead with it. But I was thinking about those games on Roblox. So you can now go on Discord on Roblox for sure. You're a famous guy that could go.
Ay, caramba!
To be alone in it. I think I have a vertical confidence. That has to be me like it. But the game is like Roblox doing great. Now I need a piece of anime characters like Hatsune Miku all of a sudden. Just do it like I said to join here, make sure. Sure, you did. It appears that I am now faced with the rather monumental task of endeavoring to disseminate information to each and every individual, thereby compelling them to, with all due haste, embark upon this particular digital adventure. Perhaps, just perhaps, I find myself in a state of equanimity, even contentment. regarding the presence of various persons within the multifaceted realms of gameplay, echoing scenarios reminiscent of interpersonal competition, as exemplified by a certain Homer, and within potentially unsettling and eerie contextual frameworks. My profound emotional contemplation leads me to the inescapable conclusion that my very core, the metaphorical epicenter of my affections, is undergoing a process akin to being subjected to a forceful and agonizing fragmentation, particularly if the overwhelming desire to re-experience the totality of those past sensations and circumstances should once again seize control of my cognitive and affective faculties.
Eat my shorts.
Conceivably, I happen to possess a certain perpendicular self-assurance pertaining specifically to my own person, which consequently and regrettably precludes my capacity to undertake said endeavor, and furthermore, it renders me equally incapable of any conceivable alternative action. It is my considered opinion that I was, in all probability, endeavoring to perpetuate my engagement with these digital amusements until such time as I should bring this particular audio-visual recording to its ultimate and conclusive termination. I am currently experiencing a state of uncertainty regarding the potential presence of Quimic within the digital confines of Roblox, specifically in relation to my ongoing endeavor of recording this particular video presentation, and whether said presence should be sustained until the definitive cessation of the aforementioned video recording process. It is indeed quite peculiar and somewhat unanticipated that the individual known as Quimic has not yet graced our virtual presence here within the digital realm of Roblox with their esteemed arrival in this very instant. Alas, I find myself in a temporary state of bewilderment, utterly devoid of any semblance of comprehension regarding the circumstances that have befallen me, leading me to occupy my current state of existence at this particular moment in time, and I am currently engulfed into overwhelming feelings. I find myself pondering and conjecturing as to the whereabouts of my current location, and where I might be situated at this very juncture. It was previously conveyed to me through credible sources that Quimic would be making a grand appearance within the visual recording medium that I shall be sharing on the Discord platform. I was under the distinct impression that I had, in fact, inaugurated this entire endeavor with a pronounced emphasis on the significance of the extant circumstantial evidence, elucidating the precise rationale and purpose underlying my actions. To reiterate, that particular course of conduct would, in my estimation, engender an unfavorable and detrimental perception. Is it not accurate to assert that we did not apprehend him in flagranti delicto, directly associated with our persons, which indubitably signifies that the aforementioned actions were, in essence, morally reprehensible and ethically unsound? It is becoming increasingly satisfactory and presents itself as utterly lacking in intelligence. Those considerations are of negligible importance to my overall disposition. Consequently, I was initially devoid of the requisite knowledge to render a definitive prognostication regarding the probability of a successful outcome given the current trajectory of events. Heavens to Betsy. Absolutely not. Goodbye.